Good morning, good morning, good morning. I hope all is well for everybody today. Today we're going to talk about awareness. You see, awareness is everything. When you go ahead and become aware, you are able to change and implement. When you become aware, it increases the ability to change and implement. But it always starts with the awareness, all right? So if you are lacking in certain areas inside of your life, if you are going ahead and, for example, you're losing weight, right? And you go ahead and you're eating 2,500 calories every single day because that's what it says for you to lose 2 pounds of fat a week. When you do these things and you pretty much get to the end of the week and you don't see any difference in your results when you get on that scale, or you go ahead and check your waist measurement, you have to be aware, okay, what did I do? And what can I improve? And you go ahead and just change and you implement the change. But if you're not aware of how much you're eating a day, you will never be able to change. All right? This is really, really, really simple. Awareness leads to change and implementation. I got another example for you. We have this person that wants to go ahead and go to the NFL. He's in high school right now. And on his visits, every time he went ahead and had to go ahead and lose some, on his visits in high school, he's going crazy. Had the top rushing touchdowns, most touchdowns ever in the season. But for the sole fact, so he went out on these different, colleges went ahead and invited him for measurements and a school visit and things of that nature, And he went ahead and got on that scale and so forth. And every single college that he had a visit to, they literally said, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight, you need to lose 15 pounds, you need to lose 10 pounds, you need to lose 15 pounds, you need to lose this, X, Y, Z, right? He's aware of it, that he needs to do this, right? And so now he knows that he must change to be able to become a better version of himself, the version of the NFL pro that he's going to be soon to become. Now, the thing is this. When you become aware of things, you can either go two different ways. You can be aware of it and say, all right, I know what I need to do. I need to create change. What creating change is formulating a plan, right? There's another way you can go about it. You can become aware of it and be like, oh well, which is the most average motherfuckers in the whole entire universe. The people that go ahead and just become aware of something, or they notice something and they don't make no change to it, you're literally choosing to go ahead and be a simple, average motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie to you. And you gotta go ahead and want more for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people don't want much in life, but which is fucking crazy. But the thing is this, even if you're living a minimalist life, you have to be able to refine what you're doing right then and right now. And the only way you're able to become to the conclusion of refinement is you gaining awareness. All right? So now, how do you gain awareness? I'm going to give you some few things that I do personally. And you're looking at one of them right now. Journaling. Auditing your thoughts. Going ahead and putting down, what can you improve on for today? Writing down, what are your goals for today? Right? And once you get to the end of the day, You reflect on these things. Did you do them? Did you improve? If you didn't, bro, you just became aware of a few different things. You're lazy. You don't hold to your word. You don't lead and do things with integrity. You're not accountable. Just in the simple fact of you not following through with what you got to do. That awareness alone leaks into every single thing that you do. And as you know, we always hear, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. And so, if you're not being conscious and intentional with the things that you're doing, if you're not tracking them, if you're not being aware of what you're doing, if you're not being able to go ahead and commit to developing your awareness, you're losing out on a lot of power. And one thing about awareness also creates discernment. Awareness also creates discernment. Say one more time. Awareness also creates discernment. The more things that you're aware about, the more things that you go ahead and put your attention to, the more ability that you have for your judgment on things. I'm going to give you an example. If you go ahead and you want to have $1 million lifestyle, you want to have $1 million lifestyle, all right, and you don't know where to start, I promise you this, there's somebody out there with that exact or similar to $1 million lifestyle, and all you have to do is get access to this person. Now, what does that access do for you? It gives you awareness of what you're doing wrong and what they're doing right and what you can improve on. All right? So, I'm going to say it one more time. Awareness creates and leads to change and implementation. The individual that wants to be successful, and what success is, though, I'll give you a break with that one. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So if you are being aware and you're changing and implementing, you're being a successful person because you're making progress. Now, for the average individual, the bum, they're going to go ahead and know that they need to lose weight, know that they need to go ahead and do this for their business, or know that they need to go on a walk or eat differently and blah, 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 and they don't do it. That's exactly what's keeping them there. Don't be that person. Be an individual that goes ahead and progresses in life, because that's all we do. I like to say that we're flowers. We're all flowers. And the only way you'll be able to go ahead and make your flower bloom is if you're continuously, intentionally, and consciously growing. That's the water. And the only way you're able to do those things is by being aware of yourself. But with that being said, Coach A signing out.